127-113. They sweep Milwaukee. And they will head on home to take on Portland in a very important matchup on Tuesday night. You hear the final buzzer. We will have Chris Dunn postgame, I think. So stay tuned for that. Chris will hop on the headset. The Clippers are 3 games above 500 for the first time this season. What a turnaround. 33-15 since dropping to 6-21. Impressive stuff for the LA Clippers. A lot of pleasantries being exchanged by both of these two teams. The Clippers got 28 from Mathurin today, 22 from Collins, 20 from Kawhi Leonard, 15 and 11 from Garland, who picks up his 3rd double-double. Meanwhile, Milwaukee, 36 from Trent Jr., matches a career high, 9 made threes, 18 from Prince, 15 from Green, and 13 from Cormac Ryan. So the Clippers will wait, see who we get on the headset. Done. Looks like Chris will come do it. As Justine Jones grabs the headset. 127-113. The Clippers in front. And Adam, maybe the biggest note, the resurgence from John Collins was huge in this ball game. For him to be able to get going offensively, 22 points. Ty Lue mentioned that they wanted to get him going on the offensive side of the ball, and they did that today.
And the rest of the starters got him up enough to where he could be the focal point with the backups late in the 4th quarter. Big for him to catch that rhythm, Carlo.
All right, here we go. We're going to get Chris Dunn for a quick question, and then let him enjoy this one with his teammates. Dunn still talking. And here we go, Chris. Maybe? Sometime? All right, he's got it. Chris, you got us?
Yes, I do.
I appreciate you. We're going to keep it quick for you as you can get on the plane and get on home. But Clippers win 127-113. You guys have won 5 in a row after dropping 4 straight. In your mind, what's the biggest thing the team has done better these last 5 to get on this winning streak?
Play with a pace, and then we're just guarding. We've been doing a lot better defensively. And, we're just a little bit more healthy. We had a couple guys out, and then, we're getting guys back. And I think we're just, trying to find our rhythm and whatnot. But I think the continuity and the chemistry has been getting better each and every day. And honestly, we're just playing a lot faster and getting a lot of open shots.
Well, appreciate you, Chris. Big one on Tuesday. Thanks for hopping on. We'll talk to you then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Clippers get the win 127-113. They take down Milwaukee, and they have won 5 in a row. When we return, we're going to hang with the one and only Adam Oslin. Don't go anywhere on your Clippers Radio Network.
Audio Network.
Adam Oslin, let's go. How we doing, everybody? They had to get on that bird. I guess I got to be quick with Carlo here.
Stream every game by searching
Mathurin shot all the free throws. That's how many.
And if you're in the market for a truck,
That ain't Mathurin. Ridiculous. It is really nice to have a guy that just was walking into at least 8 free throws every game. It's insane.
The adventurous Ford Ranger or the
Clippers doing work this month. Are they 12-5 now?
Hurry in because Ford Truck Month
Was today win number 12?
Go to your Southern California Ford dealers today.
All right, I got to check on this. Because that means they would have eclipsed my prediction of 11-7. Where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They got to 12. Incredible. So at worst, they're going 12-6 in the month of March. That is impressive. Wow. What a team, what a squad. 33-15 since Coach Lue said we're going 35-20 the rest of the way to get back to 500. They're out doing it.
Up next, commercials.
7 games left.
See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student.
7 games left in the regular season. Clippers backing into a dome Tuesday night against Portland.
I'll stay first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately,
Huge game. You win that one, you're in real good shape for being in that 7-8 matchup in the West.
Semi just turned my deep dish into a thin crust.
Could have been better.
Checking first is smart. So check all stay first for
Y'all need to chill.
Wow.
The Pelicans games always hurt. Always hurt.
The game is done.
Wrap this one up.
Now the reaction begins. This is Clippers Locker Room, your post-game.
Count them, 5 straight victories for the Clippers as they win 127-113 in Milwaukee over the Bucks and improve to 12-5 in the month of March. Welcome into your post-game show. Coming up, second half highlights and more, but first back out to Carlo Jimenez in Milwaukee. Carlo, great to see this Clippers team eventually run through the tape with the backups next to John Collins having a big bounce-back game late.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, Adam, just an impressive defense display for this Clipper team. Milwaukee's 22 turnovers. It's only the matches a season high. It's the 4th time they've had 22 this season. The last time was against the Clippers on Monday. So the Clippers really just did a fantastic job of making it super difficult on this Bucks team to get anything going offensively. And then I thought the other thing the Clippers did well, Adam, is they got John Collins the ball, and he was able to get back in rhythm. If the Clippers want to go on a run come playoff time, and John Collins is going to have to win you some games with his offense, and he had been kind of missing from the flow of the offense. Ty Lue took responsibility for it. They got him the ball today. It feels like a must-win game on Tuesday against Portland. You're right in a 5-game winning streak going into it. Got to feel good if you're the Clippers.
Yeah, John Collins has 22 in this one. Kawhi Leonard behind him with 20 points, but 51 straight games of 20 or more, and he only had to play 22 minutes. I think over the last 5 games, he still is ahead of points in minutes played, where he has more points than minutes played as of late. And that efficiency there, well, he helped them get up by 20-plus in the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he really took over the game in that second quarter, Adam. Got to work. He had, I believe, 7 in the quarter, got downhill, knocked down some big threes off the dribble. These threes off the dribble by Kawhi starting to look automatic, 4 of 7 in this game. I think also, Adam, you get 8 rebounds from Kawhi Leonard, you're going to be feeling good. And that was big for the Clippers to get a team high in rebounds from Kawhi in this game. Huge stuff for the Claw to be that effective on the glass. This Darius Garland, Derrick Jones Jr. connection, though, Adam, DJ is going to work his way back into the dunk contest. The NBA is going to be asking him every year with the lobs he is getting from Derrick Jones Jr.
It's funny because Darius Garland talked about how comfortable he was playing next to Chris Dunn in the starting lineup. Then they put DJ in there. Now he has instant chemistry with him. The chemistry with Garland and Kawhi Leonard has been great. He has just fit in so well with his team, but a lot of oops in this one, a lot of dimes from Darius Garland.
11 of them, 3rd double-double of the season, 2nd with the Clippers. Impressed by his flow, his offensive pace. I think he seems to control the game when he's on the floor. Like the team plays at the pace he wants to play at, getting up and down. And, Adam, sometimes these matinee games can be a little tricky. It was close for a little bit, 11-point game at halftime, but Garland got going in the 3rd, and the Clippers were able to step on the throats of the Bucks and just come away with a victory, increase that lead to 22, and really never look back. And again, the big win in this game, not only do you get the win, but 27 minutes for Garland, 22 minutes for Kawhi Leonard. That's huge for those guys. Anytime you can get them some extra rest, you're going to feel good. Clippers sweep the Bucks for the first time in a while. And not only that, but they end since December 20th, finished 15-6 against the Eastern Conference. Really, really impressive. And as you mentioned, Adam, just a ridiculous 33-15 since they were 6-21. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I mean, I'm not a math guy, Adam, but you're on pace for what, 55 wins? if that's how you start the season?
Maybe a little bit above that, yeah.
Jeez Louise.
I'm a Benedict Mathurin guy. And, he almost took as many free throws as the Milwaukee Bucks team. He went 13-14. Do the math. That's 93% at the charity stripe. What a luxury, what a cheat code it is to have Benedict.
Yeah, it's called the free throw line, but we might have to rename it the way Benedict Matherin's playing because he owns it right now for the Clippers. I mean, just gets to that line every single time on the floor. I thought he was great at steadying the offense. 14 free throw attempts. That is unbelievable. 28 points in this game. He hits 13 of 14. The other part is, too, he's just good at shooting them, right? It would be a different thing if he was a 68, 75% free throw shooter. This is a guy who in this season is almost 87% at the free throw line. That is a great percentage in the NBA. For reference, the Clippers are the best free throw shooting team at 82%. So to get somebody like Mathurin getting to the line that often, getting easy buckets, allowing the Clippers to set up their defense, impressive stuff. And just overall, impressed with the way this team turned around. They had 4-game losing streak, 2 losses in New Orleans, the loss in Sacramento against Sacramento. And it was like, oh man, this Clipper team looked like they were headed. Maybe they had a shot at the 7th seed. They've dropped a couple. They're 3 games above 500 now. The rest of their games are in the Pacific time zone. They're traveling for a couple 1-game road trips, but no really extended road trip. And they're playing a lot at Intuit Dome where they've been really good this season. So it's lining up for the Clippers. As Chris Dunn said, you got to continue to play with that pace, with that focus, with that energy. But they're taking all the right steps in the right direction. And, it's not March Madness, right? You want to be playing your best basketball in May and in June. But the Clippers are playing their best basketball in late March. You'll take it going into April.
Hey, you still got to get there. This Clippers team, a big showdown for a play-in spot. They want to be in that 7-8 matchup, preferably, and that means they got to beat Portland on Tuesday night at Intuit Dome. Late o'clock start, 8 o'clock tip. We will have it for you with your 7 p.m. pregame show right here. Also, I mean, Clippers been eating good as of late. Where are we going with the TM crew tomorrow night for dinner, Carlo? I'm just wondering here. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Man, I can't. As somebody once said, a lot wiser than me. Can't wait, Adam. Can't wait.
Carlo, great call. We'll talk to you Tuesday night, my friend.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Coming up next, second half highlights as the Clippers win 127-113 over the Bucks. Make it 5 straight victories for the team. They come back to Intuit Dome at 12-5 in the month of March. Incredible turnaround. We'll talk about it next. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Who was here worried about John Collins the other day? Who was it? Was it Damian? Was it Anthony? I said, don't worry about JC. He was my player to watch, and he had 22. Easy money. Kawhi doesn't have to play in the fourth quarter. Clippers hold on. The backups next to John Collins, they got it done.
All right.
Chasing down the Suns is still going to be difficult.
Third quarter, I got DJJ, and fourth, I got Collins.
Copy that.
Your man.
They have backup centers. It's called John Collins and Nico Batum. You're not going to find anybody better than that on the street. How about that huge block he had defensively in this game? He had some good defensive possessions.
With progressive customer service,
His offense definitely affects his defense at times. When John Collins is rolling on the offensive end, his defense is much better. That's for sure.
in 48 minutes, when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take a nap.
Some of those fouls today, though,
Luckily, you can chat with
he was upset, but
online or over the phone without missing a single one of
that turnaround fadeaway to what? Start the third quarter? Or was it fourth? Nasty.
Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers audio.
Clippers winners of 5 straight as they are victorious in Milwaukee, 127-113 over the Bucks. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. It is your Clippers post-game show. Coming up on AM 570 LA Sports, because the Dodgers have a rare Sunday off. We'll get your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570 is the phone number. But let's get to second half highlights in this one. This Clippers team, they led at the half. Wasn't as much as you would like. I mean, they were up by 16 late in the second quarter. At the half, it was still an 11-point lead at 57-46. And then the new two-man game that is just devastating to the league. Darius Garland to DJ, and getting DJ going over and over again, who had a great third quarter.
Clippers with the ball. Garland left wing. Pump fakes the three. Drives down the left alley. Swing at Jones Jr. Pretty pass. Right wing three. Pretty bucket. And the Clippers in front. 60-46. Waits. Uses the Lopez screen going right. What a find. Derrick Jones Jr. up in the sky as he scrapes it and dunks it with two hands. Garland. Left wing extended. Stocked by Nance. Crosses baseline drive. Leave it Jones Jr. Another dunk. Garland to Jones Jr.
Nasty work. You love to see it because DJ is now in the starting lineup next to him. DJ had 7 points in the third quarter alone, and the Clippers got it up to a 23-point lead. It was 96, though, to 94, 22-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Weren't out of it quite yet. The Bucks actually had it to within 12 at one point. It was John Collins and the backups out there, but JC had a great bounce-back game as my player to watch.
Hands it to Mathurin left wing, right-handed dribble, over the shoulder to Collins. Underneath the rim on the far block with 7 to shoot. He elevates and flips it in with the right hand. 14 for Collins. Dunn finds Collins in the paint, posting up Nance. The turn, the footer from 5, rolls in for 2. 18 this afternoon from John Collins. Collins, right block, elevates and dunks it. John Collins with the exclamation point. 22 today for JC.
10 points there in the fourth quarter. Clippers would hold on with the backups out there. 127-113 was the final in Milwaukee over the Bucks. Coming up next, your final box score. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
If you're in the market for a truck, now is the best time to get a Ford truck.
Y'all still worried about John Collins?
F-150, America's best-selling pickup for 49 consecutive years. The versatile Ford Maverick, the invention.
A lot of guys work like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What's your name? Where you calling from?
their offense energizes them. They play better defensively.
I'm doing mid-tank side, man.
Yeah, John Collins is a pretty big X factor, that's for sure. I still was wrong about one thing with my player to watch. I had him making at least 1 3-pointer, and he went 0 of 2. I got to take that L there. But Clippers, 5 straight W's.
Ticketmaster has tickets available to every game. Even if you're making a last-minute decision, Ticketmaster's got you covered. And when you're in the building, you don't just see the highlights, you feel them. That no-look pass that makes the crowd gasp, that dunk that rattles the rim and shakes the arena, that buzzer beater that's on their feet. And even if the fit check.
When Collins is on, tough to beat. When Mathurin's on, tough to beat. Mathurin's an X factor too.
Because nothing beats being able to say you were.
He made a long 2, John Collins, they called it. That's my box score. That's what it says.
Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see.
Let me double source it. Yeah. I didn't take the ID.
Okay, we'll do it. Coming in here.
So far past though. Is it even worth it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I've seen a couple Dodger games where they were a little late too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. JC had 22. You're saying he's off?
System Clippers. Heard exclusively on the
Clippers win 127-113 over the Bucks in Milwaukee. And while we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Final box score, Clippers shooting 58% from the field, 13 of 30. That's 43% from three. They did survive Milwaukee hitting 23 pointers because Gary Trent Jr., who I think went for his career high or flirted with it. His career high might be 37. He had 36 and hit 9 threes himself for Milwaukee. He had hate. He had smoke coming out of his nostrils from the start of the ball game. Remember, he got into it. He was upset with some fouls by Chris Dunn on him about a week ago in their first matchup at Into a Dome, and he hit a bucket early on. Chris Dunn is on the bench, and he pointed towards him and said, "Get out here on the court and guard me." Nobody could guard Gary Trent Jr., but the Clippers got the dub anyways. Chris Dunn had 10 off the bench and hit 2 3-pointers himself, plus 5 assists and just 2 turnovers. Speaking of bench scoring, Benedict Mathurin led the Clippers with 28, 7 of 10 shooting, 13 of 14 at the free throw line. You love to see it. When it came to the starters, John Collins led them with 22 points on 9 of 13, shooting 4 of 5 at the charity stripe, 3 boards, 3 assists, 5 personal fouls, though. Kawhi Leonard, 20 points in just 22 minutes, 51 straight games of 21 or more. He also led them with 8 rebounds in his 22 minutes. All 8 of his rebounds came in the first half, too. Brook Lopez, he had 8 and 7 back in Milwaukee. Good to see him get that well-deserved tribute video. DJ with 13, and all 13 of his points might have been assisted by Darius Garland, who had 11 assists to 5 turnovers, but Garland with 15 points himself and 3 3-pointers. Clippers winning 127-113 over the Bucks in Milwaukee. They're coming back home to take on the Portland Trail Blazers in a big Western Conference showdown with standings implications Tuesday night. Late o'clock tip at 8 o'clock. We'll have your pregame show starting at 7. Outside of Los Angeles, leaving you until then in LA. Don't go anywhere. It's Clippers Talk next.
LA Clippers locker room.
Yeah, they called it a 3, I think, initially, but it was a 2. In the box score, in both box scores, it says John Collins 2-pointer. It was a long 2. Mathurin also had a long 2, but he ended up hitting a 3. Garland does have some turnovers, but also some dimes. That dime to DJ going baseline for the dunk, the bounce pass between 2 defenders, that pocket pass, beautiful. He also had the kick out, 2-handed pass as he was attacking going left to DJ for a 3-pointer in the third. Ridiculous. Garland is really fun to watch. This Clippers team is fun to watch. With you till about 4 o'clock today. If you guys want to get on, 866-987-2570. It's not like there's anything else on since, is Duke blowing out UConn still? 2 real great Elite 8 games. Elite 8 my ass.
Take a final deep breath in and go from to drive. Today, that's James.
866-987-2570. Ben had some bad turnovers, I will say that. What did he end up with? 4. There are at least turnovers where he's trying to be aggressive, and you can forgive that more easily.
That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month.
And they've been winning with Fratello now. They just came back down 24 with Mike Fratello. How dare you?
Text and data for $25 a month for Red.
The Czar. Show him some love now.
Here's a slam dunk for LADWP customers. Get a rebate up to $4,000 when you buy a used electric.
I'm in for Ben Maller later tonight on Fox Sports Radio if you guys are up late.
Get a rebate for
I'll talk some Clippers.
$1,500.
Make sure to get them out nationally, the national branding.
LADWP rebates. These are more money back in your pocket while helping the planet. Visit LADWP.com/EV today to start saving. That's LADWP.
I'll push the agenda.
The LA Clippers.
Welcome in to Clippers Talk, the official postgame show of the Clippers on the LA Clippers audio network. Load up the phones and make your feelings known. Now, your host for
Clippers run away from the Bucks, excuse me, in Milwaukee, 127-113. That would be your final, as the Clippers make it 5 straight victories. 5th after losing 4 straight. This is Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland. If you want to get on, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570 is the phone number here with you for about another 39 minutes. Coming up, we're going to hear from Coach Lou postgame and the players, but I want to get to your game recap because, it wasn't the greatest start once again for this Clippers team. First quarters have been a problem. Even during this 4-game winning streak, coming into it, they have been 27th defensively in first quarters. Teams had a 131 offensive rating against them in first quarters. That's the same offensive rating Kawhi and Darius Garland have had when they've both been out there on the floor. That's how good teams have been against the Clippers to start off games over this 4-game winning streak leading into today's ball game, make it 5 straight now. So I didn't love how things were started. It was 11-7 Clippers, and I thought, here we go. We're okay. They're going to reverse this negative trend right now and put their foot on the throats of the Milwaukee Bucks early. But then Gary Trent Jr. hits a 3-pointer. DJ turnover, Trent another 3-pointer. You go from 11-7 to being down 13-11. Trent then, he hit this ridiculous floater over Brook Lopez, like a blind, just throw it up and hope you get it. And he had 11 straight points for them early in the first. And he even pointed over to the bench. I think he was directing his hate or disdain for Chris Dunn, saying, get out here and guard me. I don't know what type of smoke they have, as Chris Dunn's nickname is Smoke, but that was brave. That was bold. The chutzpah with Gary Trent Jr., and I guess he backed it up since he led everyone into the ball game. He was saying, get out here and guard me, because DJ has been in the starting lineup, rightfully so, as of late. But Kawhi hit a 3-pointer to put the Clippers back up 16-15. And then what I liked most about the end of the first quarter was Kawhi Leonard went out of the ball game. And I believe it happened at, I wrote this down somewhere. Kawhi goes out, and the Clippers ended up going, +4 without him. Him and Darius Garland were out the last 2 minutes and 36 seconds of the first quarter, and the Clippers went +4 without them. Wasn't a big lead, but it was 29-25, and they extended it without their 2 best players out there, so good to see. Bennedict Mathurin came in. He had a quick 6 points in his first 6 minutes in the first quarter. But the Milwaukee Bucks, they hit 5 3-pointers early on. And Gary Trent Jr. had 11 points in the first. So 4-point lead heading into the second quarter. The backups are still out there. John Collins hit a ridiculous fadeaway on, I think it was on the left side. And I could not believe, and he has this in his bag, but his turnaround fadeaways are legit. This was one of his better ones. I think it was on Taurean Prince to start the second quarter. All right, Clippers up by 7. Batum 3-pointer. Here we go. Backups next to John Collins have a 9-point lead. Now they've gone +9 without Kawhi and Darius Garland out there. Miller then got blocked, though. Collins gets a block on Nance on the other end. Math gets to the free throw line because that's what he does. But then a Ryan 3-pointer on a 3-on-2 after a Bennedict Mathurin turnover. He had some bad ones in this game, trying to do a little bit too much. But 2 misses a 3. Now it's 34-28. Prince hits a 3. It's a 3-point game. So the backups, they did okay next to John Collins there. They still extended their lead slightly, but they were up by 9, and they gave it back. And now it's 36-33 at the 8-minute mark. And Kawhi Leonard, he's coming back in. He comes in for Collins at the 7:42 mark. So they end up going just +1 in the non-Kawhi Leonard minutes, but it was almost a 7-minute stretch without Kawhi. They got him some decent rest out there and still went +1 against this struggling, depleted Milwaukee Bucks team outside of, Gary Trent Jr., who's, the second coming of MJ right now. Mathurin turnover on a drive, and then a tech on him. Not great. Garland comes back at the 6:50 mark. Clippers still up by 3. Now they got Batum playing the 5 with Kawhi, Garland, Dunn, and Miller out there. AJ Green gets a tech. Or he hit the technical free throw, I should say, on Mathurin. It's a 2-point game. Jordan Miller gets fouled on the other end. It's the first shooting foul of the ball game around the 6-minute mark, which is kind of crazy. He went 1 for 2. Clippers up by 3. Kawhi Leonard's about to start cooking here. Kawhi, three-pointer, top side, 6-point game. Kawhi, free throw line, spinning midi, 8-point game. But then multiple offensive rebounds were given up by the Clippers, and that has been a little bit of a point of concern, and A.J. Green hits a three-pointer out of it. Down to a 5-point game. Garland, three-pointer on the other side. 8-point game again in favor of the Clippers. Collins comes back in with DJ, Miller, and Dunn going to the bench at the 4-minute mark. So basically, you got your starters out there again. As I think DJ ended up staying in, or he ends up coming back, certainly here. But Kawhi is a steal on Trent, but they give it right back. And DJ is still out there. So it's the starting unit for the Clippers again here in the second. DJ denies a lob and then gets a lob from Darius Garland on the other end. Derrick Jones Jr. doing it all. And now it's an 11-3 Clippers run. Outside of that 3 they gave up on the offensive rebound, with Green knocking it down, they're looking pretty good since Kawhi and Garland came back in. And now you got the starters in. They're stabilizing things. They are up by 10, first double-digit lead of the game for the Clippers. Last 4 minutes of the game, of the second quarter, I should say, Clippers starters out there. Here's a problem. Nance misses a 3. There are 3 offensive rebounds by Milwaukee on this possession, ending with a Gary Trent Jr. 4-point play. This guy is crazy against the Clippers. Certified Clipper killer moving forward, without a doubt. His season high was 20, which he got against the Clippers a week ago. And now he drops, 37 or 36 in this game? So 47-41 Clippers. Kawhi stabilizing things. He gets a midi. He's already got 12 and 7 in the quarter. Gary Trent Jr. actually misses one. Kawhi Leonard 3 then on a pump fake. Beautiful shot. Lopez steal that he goes on the floor for, and Garland tough floater off the glass on the left block as he was falling to the floor. AJ Green misses a 3-pointer, and now the Clippers are up by 13 at 54-41. Collins goes to the free throw line, 55-41, as Lopez was upset with the referees and saying, give the ball to John Collins. Let him shoot the second free throw. It looked like they were stalling. They were talking through something, and he didn't want John Collins, being a good teammate, to lose his rhythm at the line. It was kind of a funny moment there. Garland then has great defense on who? Gary Trent Jr. on the left side, who tries to spin on him, takes a tough shot. I think Garland ended up with the rebound too, and then he gets fouled on the other end. 57-41 Clippers. Now I'm thinking, get it to 20 before the half. But John Collins, it looked like he was hurt for a second as he got pushed to the floor for a rebound, which was the source of his frustration throughout this game, I think, afterwards, as he ended up with 5 personal fouls, John Collins. But Bucks get a bucket then from Prince, a tough one over DJ on the baseline, 14-point game. Mathurin, offensive foul. Gary Trent Jr., 3-pointer, 11-point game. It's an 11-point game at the half when the Clippers, I thought, had a chance to put this away. Third quarter, a technical to start that was on Brook Lopez at the end of the first half. Brook runs hot, if you didn't know. Just check out the tongue lashing he gave the refs at the end of the 24-point comeback on Friday against Indiana. So Gary Trent Jr. somehow misses the technical free throw to start the third quarter. No matter. Garland, great feed to DJ for a 3-pointer, a 2-handed kickback type of pass with him driving left. It was insane. 60-46 Clippers. Lopez free throw, 62-46. Kawhi steal and a bounce pass to Darius Garland that took 2 bounces to get to him on the left wing for a 3-pointer. You rarely see anything like that. It's a 16-point game. Bucks timeout. They get a bucket out of it, so it's down to a 14-point game. And this time down, Kawhi Leonard, he doesn't need a 2-bounce pass that I think he was a little bit sheepishly embarrassed by as they were going back to the huddle. This time, he throws a dime with his left hand on a bounce pass to Brook Lopez for a reverse and one. Nasty pass from Kawhi Leonard there with the left hand. 17-point game, their largest lead up to this point. Collins then hits a long 2-pointer. He's already got 10. He scored 4 points total the last 2 games. Clippers are up 19 now. Bucks bucket. Kawhi turnover looking for Collins. A bad pass now. But John Collins then has a crazy and one on a spinning reverse layup, and he's up to 12, and the Clippers are up by 20 as he hits the free throw, 73-53. Clippers then, they had a turnover, a Gary Trent bucket, but it's still a 20-point lead for them. And then a turnover led to a 14-point game, I think, as they started to give some of it back after an 18-3 and make it an 8-3 Bucks run. So timeout Clippers. Kawhi misses out the timeout. So they had their chance to just run away with this thing right then, and they're starting to give it back. But the Clippers foul AJ Green. Now it's a 12-point game. Dunn then hits a big three-pointer, I thought, to stabilize them. 15-point game. DJ fouls again, but it's on the floor. And Kawhi on the other end ends up getting a floater to put them up by 17 now. Prince three-pointer. Bucks not going away. 14-point game. Jericho Sims then had a play where he ran into Kawhi. They call an off-ball foul on Kawhi. And it was like he ran into a brick wall. If you ever listened to JJ Redick back in the day on the Old Man and the Three podcast, he once said, like, Kawhi is made of steel. He ran into him once, and he was just like, Kawhi is made of steel. I think back in that first-round series in 2014, Clippers and Spurs he was talking about. Jericho Sims, much bigger than Kawhi, but, yeah, the man of steel, he went flopping or fouling, or he got the foul, but he went to the floor, and it didn't look like necessarily he was embellishing it. He just ran into Kawhi. Kawhi couldn't believe the foul. I couldn't believe that Jericho Sims, the walls of Jericho, came tumbling down once again. But then we get a Dunn steal, and he saves it through his legs, leading to a Kawhi three-pointer, 81-64. Prince three. They hit a lot of them. 20 to be exact in this game for Milwaukee. That is something to monitor with this Clippers team right now. Garland to DJ for a dunk, though, on a pass to two defenders. Another just chef's kiss type of pass from Darius Garland. Kawhi comes out at the 4:07 mark now. The Clippers are up by 16 in the third quarter, and they are able to extend this lead as Gary Trent gets fouled on a three by Garland. They challenge it. It was reversed. Great challenge by Coach Lou. 85-67 now is the score as Brook goes to the line and puts the Clippers up by 19. DJ then blocks Nance on a three and has a dunk off a pass from Garland again. This connection is happening here. Now the Clippers are up with their largest lead of 21 with 2:20 left in the third quarter. Garland now to Mathurin, who Garland saved a pass to Mathurin while he's on the floor on his stomach. He just kind of poked the basketball to Benedict Mathurin, who ended up with an easy reverse layup out of that. 90-67, Clippers' largest lead. They eventually were up 96-74 heading into the fourth quarter. They went +8 without Kawhi, and the Clippers ended up attempting 12 free throws in that third quarter. As you would imagine, Benedict Mathurin has something to do with that. So they got a 22-point lead heading into the fourth. To start the fourth, turnover Bucks. Collins floater. Clippers now up by 24. Turnover Bucks again, but this time Collins misses a three. Jane gets a dunk, but Mathurin layup on a Jordan Miller pass, and it's Miller, Collins, Batum, Dunn, and Mathurin out there to start the fourth. Prince has a layup, 100-78. Kobe Sanders is in at the 10-minute mark. Good to see him out there. Math has another bad turnover, though. Bucks three-pointer. It's a 20-point game. Dunn gets a flip shot. Jordan Miller steal and layup to make it 105-83. And Kobe Sanders hit a three-pointer. I don't know how this guy is staying in rhythm because it's not like he has played a lot of minutes as of late. He's kind of been out of the rotation. I get it. He's a rookie. Jordan Miller has been playing well. We'll see how this goes moving along, though. It's something worth monitoring. So the Clippers lead now is down to 16 at the 5-minute mark. Gary Trent Jr. now hits a three-pointer. It's a 13-point game. They call the timeout, 4:43 left. Are they going to go back to Kawhi and Darius Garland and some more of the starters? Are they just going to leave John Collins in there with the backups? They left him in. Gary Trent Jr., though, after a Collins bucket out of the timeout to give him 18 points, hits another three. Gary Trent Jr. cannot miss. It is a 12-point game. Now Jordan Miller with a little hustle work. Misses a three, gets an offensive rebound. Benedict Mathurin hits a three-pointer. 15-point game. Big shot. Gary Trent Jr., another three on Chris Dunn, who was right there. It doesn't matter. Collins gets to the free throw line, though, and puts the Clippers up 119-105. It was still an 11-point lead after a Bryant three from the Bucks, but then Collins to Miller for the bucket. 13-point game. Collins gets a big dunk. This one is pretty much over as they would go on to win 127-113. Quick timeout here. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls. The Clippers are victorious over the Bucks. They sweep the season series. They've won 5 straight. They are 33-15 since starting 6-21. And since Coach Lou said we're going 35-20 the rest of the way, they've been better than that. Everybody raised an eyebrow when he said it. We're going 35-20 the rest of the way. They said impossible. Everyone doubted it. Got to believe in Coach Lou and this squad. More Clippers talk next here on AM 570 LA Sports.
$365 days to talk Clippers.
You're damn right. Kawhi had 20 and 23 minutes. He is outpacing his minutes played with points the last 5 games.
Conversation about the LA Clippers and the
More points scored than
Where
minutes
you
played.
calling from?
Available wherever you get your podcast.
And be sure to subscribe.
All right, more thanks, man.
Subscribed.
I'm really happy the Clippers didn't bring back in Kawhi and Darius Garland. Coach Lou stuck with the guys. Great move.
Full-size volleyball. And what if they don't have your favorite hot
Who was saying put Bogey next to Garland? That's
With the Kia Sportage Expo's class-leading cargo space, you'll have room for what you need.
offense doesn't need to be open anymore. They have the best offensive rating in March. The offense has not been remotely the issue. They're not going Bogey over Miller. I don't know what you've been watching if you think they should have Bogey in. He's been out of the rotation for a reason. I don't know what Anthony is talking about. Bogey's defense is bad. He's undersized. And if he's not hitting shots, which he hasn't been, what is he giving you?
At any home game, if the visiting team misses 2 consecutive free throws in the fourth quarter,
UConn trying to make a comeback.
Receive a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich via the Chick-fil-A app. Download the Chick-fil-A app and make sure your location services are enabled to claim your offer before midnight. Download.
Stop with the upside thing. We've already seen how good their offense is. They need to be better defensively. I don't know what some people are watching.
This is the Los Angeles Clippers. Exclusively on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers win 127-113 in Milwaukee over the Bucks. I'm Adam Osland. This is your Clippers post-game show. It's Clippers Talk. Some people are talking about getting Bogey into the rotation here in the chat, and it's pretty baffling considering we can make our offense even better. Guys, the last 15 games, they're the 4th best offense in the league. When Darius Garland and Kawhi Leonard are both out there on the court, they have some of the best 2-man offensive numbers you will ever see. Offense is not the issue. The last 15 games, the Clippers are 11th defensively over that time, but they need to be better overall. It's the defense they need. Jordan Miller's a better defender than Bogey. Bogey just hasn't shown us anything to say that he has his confidence or shooting stroke back. Like, I know he had 16 like a week ago. He got some minutes. It might have been against Milwaukee, but I don't think you go away from what's working. I think that's a little bit nuts. Jamil calling it from Pasadena. Jamil, what's up here on Clippers Talk?
Adam, happy Sunday. How you doing, big dog?
What's up, Jamil?
Nothing much, man. Just over here watching this UConn and Duke game right now, but it was a great showing for the Clippers out there. It's not really nothing to really laud and applaud about because it's Milwaukee right now, but it's still a team. So it's great to see the effort put forth by the guys. I love that Benedict Mathurin is taking this role and taking over his role in general, just on the second, with the second unit. Seems like he's like the general for the second unit, which I like. I like the fact that Tyronn Lue is staggering Derrick Jones and Chris Dunn, so that way we keep some type of defensive presence, of course with Kawhi too, but just some type of defensive presence on the perimeter for us, in the passing lanes and different things of that nature. So it was a great win. Nothing to really talk about except for just we got to be ready for Portland. We got to get ready for Portland. Hopefully we just can ratchet down the perimeter defense and get ourselves, ready for the playoffs, or to play in.
I'm with you, Jamel. There's 7 games left here, and this Portland game looms large. You win that game, you're pretty much locked in to the 7-8 spot.
Yeah.
Can they catch Phoenix? They're 2.5 games back. That's going to be tough with only 7 games remaining. Really tough. It's possible. It is within the realm of possibility now, which I didn't expect because they're 12-5 in March.
But I think Phoenix, my friend's a Phoenix fan. He was telling me, I think they have one of the easier records too, like us towards the end as well, right?
Oh, easiest strength of schedule.
Yeah, I think Phoenix has to. I think they might be playing a couple teams but right now they're so banged up. I don't know because
Let me see.
I'm not really.
They're 13th in strength of schedule. They still have OKC, the Lakers, Houston, Orlando, and Charlotte, who's good now. Now the Clippers though are right behind them. They're 14th in strength of schedule because they still have a game left against OKC and San Antonio. But Phoenix is definitely have the tougher schedule left.
Yeah, so right now, I was with you last couple of calls. I'm still with you on that. Where let's keep our mind focused on just the playing right now in the spot that we're in. This is locking in the 7th seed. I mean, that was the 8th seed, like you said, or the 7th seed. Because if we try to think about focusing on catching Phoenix, we could do that, but let's take it a game at a time. I feel like because we still got to worry about Portland. They on fire right now. It seems like I don't know what's going on with them over there, but they're doing well. So we have to focus on the next game at a time. I think if we think too far ahead, we may get our hopes up, and then how this stuff goes.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Jamil. Just take it a game at a time. Just worry about Portland on Tuesday night. Appreciate the phone call, my friend. We got to take a quick time out here. Clippers win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Final score 127-113. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network and AM 570 LA Sports.
I dropped a bit on my tear.
I don't understand some of the people that come in here on the chat and they're like, it's like the Clippers have won 5 straight. And somebody's just going, should we trade for Giannis? The Clippers have won 5 straight, and somebody's talking about trading for Giannis this offseason. I don't know, man. I'm kind of focused on this season.
Get out there and still places that other people aren't able to go. I took it all the way up to and archery. So it's a fun drive.
This kid's camping gear. Modify your Toyota Plunk or SUV at your local.
Anthony is a bogey stan, apparently. I thought I was.
Or shop online at toyota.com.
Clippers have won 5 straight. They're 33-15 since they go on 6-21, and some people are worried about the wrong things.
A few months later, like surprise, your bill's different. Boost Mobile, you pay $25.
All I'll say about Jackson's ankle is he was questionable coming into today, so that's a good sign.
No contract. Head to your local Boost store today. Get unlimited text and data for $25 a month. After gigabytes, customers can experience slower speeds. Customers pay $25 a month as long as they remain active.
Life presents chill or not chill. When your friends get your favorite song.
Anthony, I'm just muting you. Like, I can't take any more of this bogey talk, like, over and over again. There's all these things to talk about. It's like, no, Bogey's got to play. I can't take it anymore. I love Bogey, but this ain't about one player. It's about a team, and Bogey has been out of the rotation pretty much the entire year, and definitely since they've gone 33-15. Then there's Free TV, who's about to get a timeout for even though he gave the super chat.
Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers have won 5 straight. They've gone 33-15 since starting 6-21. And people want to talk about their own agendas here in the chat. Chat don't change. Never change. I'm Adam Oslin. Welcome back in as the Clippers win in Milwaukee, 127-113 over the Bucks. Morris in Long Beach. Morris, what's up here on Clippers Talk?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something, Adam. They got good chemistry. The Clippers, they got good chemistry. They got some good pieces. But what they also got, they got some closers. Didn't need them today. But they got some closers. They're going to need them in the playoffs. Kawhi's a closer. Garland's a closer. And if there's going to be any upsets that takes place in the playoffs this year, I think the Clippers are going to be the team that's going to make it interesting. But they got a good chemistry, man. And I'm proud of these guys. 6-21. Everybody wrote them off, including me. I'm not going to lie about it. But the coach did a heck of a job. That's the constant right there. That's the constant. He's before and after. The coach is Ty Lue. He's the one that's been the steady heady there. But they got a good chemistry, Adam. And it's not going to surprise me, whatever they do. And we were talking about Kawhi's physicality. That man ain't got no flesh. That man is steel. You ought to see the way he pushes these guys away from him to get his space for his shot, particularly in the mid-range. Unbelievable athlete. I'm proud of the guy. I'm happy for the guy. A lot of us wrote him off, too. But he's showing up just in time. So I'm going to leave you with this. They got a chemistry. And if there's going to be somebody making an impression and just some upset somewhere, I think it's going to be this Los Angeles Clippers team, Adam. Behave yourself. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Morris. Great phone call as always. Good to hear from Morris in Long Beach there. He's right. A lot of people wrote off this team, wrote off Kawhi, Coach Lue. Nope. Third best record in the NBA since December 20th, only to the OKC Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, the Clippers have been playing some elite basketball for over 3 months now, and they've been better than I thought they were going to be in March. I had them at 11-7 in the 18 games in 31 days. They're 12-5. At worst, they're going 12-6. But there's a good chance they're going 13-5. I think they're ready for Portland on Tuesday night. Huge game. Mitch in New Jersey. Mitch, what's up?
How you doing, Em? I hope everybody's good. Happy Sunday. I think they can catch Phoenix. It'd be great. Then they would get the Lakers in the second round. I think Ben should be starting. I mean, he's perfect size.
No,
I think
they
he's
need
got
a point of attack defender, my guy. Who's the point of attack defender if Ben starts?
Well, you got to put either Collins or
No, that doesn't.
No.
What are you talking about? Brooks, your point of attack defender? I'm talking guys that guard the opposition's best player, point guard, perimeter players. They need to have DJ or Dunn. Right. But you're wrong. Their offense is fine without it. The offense is great already. They don't need more offense. They need more defense.
They got too many starters, Adam. Thanks for taking my call.
Somebody else was tweeting at La Murray about this. I'm trying to help Mitch. I know he's a sports talk radio junkie. Somebody was like, why isn't Bennett Mathurin starting? They need what he brings off the bench. The only players with more 20-point games off the bench this season are Jaime Jaquez Jr. with 19 and Tim Hardaway Jr. with 15. Bennett Mathurin has 12 of such games, 11 of them coming with the Clippers. Their offense is already good. You need guys that want to guard point of attack to start off games. That's how you develop an identity. You got to understand that. And I love mentioning New Jersey, but I don't know what he's talking about with Brook Lopez or Collins or worrying about the starting lineup too much ain't it. Worry about who's closing games more so. I think people put too much in the starting lineup sometimes. Quick timeout. We'll come back. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. I'm Adam Oslin. The Clippers win 127-113 over the Bucks in Milwaukee. And this is Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports.
That's just a non-starter for me, so to speak. Their offense is good. As long as you have Kawhi and Darius Garland in the starting lineup, you have one of the best offenses in the league. You do not need to bring in Ben Mathurin for that. You need him with the second unit. You need more point of attack defense to start off games. You don't want Kawhi having to guard the other team's best player to start games. DJ and Dunn, that is what they do. That's what this is about.
Is a sensory and
I'm pretty adamant about that.
celebrates Rhonda as more than a design. It's a feeling. It's people, nature.
It also could be advantageous when working out a new contract with Benedict Mathurin by having him as a bench guy when you're doing negotiations. Now, eventually he could end up being a starter, but he's 23. In the way this team is constructed, it makes sense for him to come off the bench.
Every win starts with heart.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and drinks. But my moderate to severe.
Hey, Roflo, then you're probably not getting Giannis if you're not trading any of those guys. I don't want to talk about Giannis. I don't want to talk about Bogey. I want to talk about this Clippers team that has won 5 in a row. This Clippers team that is 33-15 since starting 6-21. Can we focus? Clipper Nation, come on.
Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin.
See if we got any Coach Lou post game. Was that the final timeout, Daniel?
Yeah, it's final timeout.
Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist.
Oh, Coach Lou post game.
What, where?
The sporting or my email too.
Okay, cool.
Streaming on the iHeartRadio app. This is the Los Angeles Clippers. Heard exclusively on the LA Clippers audio network.
Sent.
Very cool. Let you know I get it.
Clippers win 127-113. They've won 5 straight. Kawhi's got 51 straight games of 20 or more. He finished with 20 on the dot because he only had to play 22 minutes and still got there officially doing Kawhi Leonard-like things out there. All right, let's get to it. Coach Lou, post game after the Clippers make it 5 straight wins after losing 4 straight. Oh, you should have seen the chat when they lost 4 straight. Here was Coach Lou.
December, January, February. It's gonna be different night to night. You know, we do know that we're gonna play through Kawhi and Darius every night. You know, and so he could be the beneficiary of open threes, catch and shoot threes like DJ, KD, and all the rest of the guys. But we can also come out of time also hosting or, you know, in dead balls, you know, get him involved a little bit more. But where our team's constructed, like every night could be somebody different, you know. And so I'm just glad that, you know, like I said, he had a chance to play, you know, make some big baskets for us down the stretch, made some shots, you know, got back in the offensive flow, offensive rhythm, because he hasn't really had that since he's been out and tried to come back. And so it's just good to see him, you know, finally get into offensive rhythm. How hard is it? Like, how hard is play in a situation like that? If you just instruct to just coach your team to think about what they're trying to do. Yeah, I mean, well, it's just, you know, you got to play hard. You know, that's the biggest thing for us. Just playing hard, competing on the defensive end. And like I said, Doc had those guys moving around, running, and you can't scout them, you know. So, you know, as much as you want to pay attention to detail, as much as you want to, you know, guard certain guys a certain way, when guys are moving that fast and moving that quick, you don't know who you're guarding. So you don't know if you're supposed to close out to a shooter or, you know, you'll get back cut or what it may be. And so they just, like I said, they played a different style of basketball, and it was hard for us to keep up. But our guys did a good job. We was able to build a lead and then, you know, not play Brook, not play DJ, not play Kawhi and Darius in the fourth quarter because those guys have been playing heavy minutes. And, you know, this month has been crazy for us. So it's good to get some rest. The biggest differences I think the biggest thing is a healthy Kawhi. You know, that's one. And then just the guys we got in the locker room. That's what I'm most pleased about because they could have easily gave up. They could have easily gave in. You know, every single guy in the locker room,
All right,
including
you probably go another minute and a half here.
What's that?
We probably only go another minute and a half here.
All
right.
So just those guys being able to, you know, start 6-21, but come in every single day to get better in practice. To get better in the games, to, you know, sacrifice no matter what it took to win games. That was huge for us. It just said a lot about the guys in that locker room. I love it. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just confidence. And I give, you know, my coaching staff all the credit in the world. Like those guys just showing film, working with the guys on off days, you know, just staying positive. You know, we wasn't making shots, we wasn't playing well, but just showing that positivity around the facility every single day. And tell them and show them that we believe in our team, and it's going to take a matter of time. Us to get on the right track, and those guys have done it. So, you know, our coaching staff, like I said, those guys have been amazing.
You know, pull them down after this answer.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, well, tonight we was forced to play small, which we haven't done, you know, pretty much all season. And so, you know, at times, it doesn't look really good. So we got to work on that. But hopefully we can get Isaiah back, you know, sooner than later.
There was Coach Lou postgame after the Clippers win 127-113 in Milwaukee over the Bucks. 3 games over 500 for the first time this season, as Brian Seaman pointed out there. Clippers next game, big-time showdown against the Portland Trail Blazers. Tip-off at 8 on Tuesday night at Intuit Dome. We'll have your pregame show starting at 7. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call, Daniel West back here in Burbank, the callers, the listeners, the chatters, even Mitch in New Jersey. I'm Adam Moslin. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Clippers Talk is over, but it's going on your feed right after the show.
Now, if you missed the show,
I don't get this from, I mean, I kind of get it from Buds. It's like, considering we aren't going far, we need to get young guys experience in the playoffs. The Clippers are 33-15 since December 20th. 3rd best record in the league over that mark. Why shouldn't they be going all out to win and playing their best players in the playoffs that have experience? I'm not against Kobe Sanders getting into a playoff game. I'm just saying you're probably going to see Batum before him. If Batum struggles, then Kobe Sanders will get more opportunities. Depending on matchups, you get more opportunities. But this whole idea of just, it's one and done, they're not getting past, you know, the first round. First, they need to get there, which is fair. They're going to have to win a play-in game. But I'm playing my best guys. I'm playing to win. I'm not making it about we have to get this guy experienced in a playoff game. If that guy doesn't make us better than the other guy we could be playing. That's how I roll. Talk to you guys Tuesday.
Of the season. In the Midwest Regional Final, Michigan dominated Tennessee 95-60.